Oh, who we had there? Oh, Mark, Alps and Elbridge, Daniel. Okay, I'm still setting things up to go. Let's see what we got going. See who's around today. Well, that doesn't work. Well, who we got there? Oh, John Amomika. I can't even say that in a collective lounge. That sounds interesting. And what are you collecting there in the lounge? Patty, Renee, or B. Renette. Is that somebody from France I know? Yusuf, hi. How are you? Oh, by the way, I see a lot of, well, maybe they're just gobbledygook names you put together, but a lot that may be foreign-born immigrants. Remember, all the programs I'm talking about, all you have to do is be here in America and take advantage of most of them. Everybody thinks, well, I got to be a citizen. I got to do this. No, you just got to be here. Sure, some you have to be a citizen, some you have to be, here legitimately, but the other services and stuff like that, it doesn't matter what the heck you are. Hi, Matthew. Can you Michigan? I can Michigan. Can you Michigan? Sure, everything I'm talking about, if I give you a sample program, actually, I'm going to tell you about, let's see, done. Why is that done? That shouldn't be done. I'm going to have to come back on that. Oh, sorry, I lost something, so I'm going to have to come back. But I'm on a bunch of screens. And Anna, this is more than club members tonight, so I'm trying to do the YouTube people and everything. So if I miss you, leave me, anybody who's a club member now, just leave me a message, and I certainly, you guys are the paying ones that keep me around, so I will certainly answer that and help you. Now let me get back on live. Oh, and Anna, who's a club member, she's running for councilwoman, right? Yeah, and that's terrific. Let me get this in here. I got a home, for $1,000 from a FROM, a government program. SAYS Lesko help member. Yes. See, that's what I want people. I mean, that's what's so neat about the membership thing. People, I'm getting stuff from people, that are members telling me about stuff that I didn't know about. Yeah. And that's terrific, because it tells me, I learn stuff that I can't know everything. I try, I maybe pretend so I could charge more, but I don't want to charge more. So I don't want to pretend, because if I'm honest and you're honest, whatever, Florida Jap. I'm from Miami. Boy, Miami is big. Actually, if you go to Lesko Tutor, I got a housing report just for Southern Florida. That's a real bargain. Can you do Brooklyn? Yes, Brooklyn. I got lots of all these programs I talked about are for any state, but they're called something else in one state, and that's the problem. That's why an error has been publishing the video to news feed. Please check the connection with the camera. Now, why the heck does, I see. I moved the sucker. That's why. Okay. Okay, so we're going to try it again. But it was there. One of my connections went off. So bear with me, guys. Can you do San Antonio? I do San Antonio. I do Brooklyn. I do Michigan. All these things are, it's just, let's see, if I tell you, I do custom report, and actually, if you're a Lesko member, then as Anna will tell you, I give you the websites for where you are. But see, I'm hoping that when I do a general speaking, they're called something different in every state. But as long as you know they're there, that's the key. You don't know what the hell to ask for. So if you know what to ask for, I got to do this again. I got a home. Oh, I got rhythm. I got a home for 1,000 from FROM, a Gov program, PROGRAM. I flunked English in college, and I got 2 New York Times bestsellers. That's good. I'm happy to nominate Uncle Matthew Lesko as my personal advisor. Yes, let's run for councilman, and we were kicking around some ideas, on Lesko Help about the way that she could help run for councilman. And here's Anna. Okay, I'm going to tell people about that. Anna, put what city you're in so people can vote for you. Okay, as it meant, says Lesko Help member. Anna, can you put what city you're at so we could get you some votes tonight? But actually, what I was thinking about, okay, how could you use that opportunity? I don't know if Anna's really a political from way back, or she's has a PhD in political science, or what she's doing, but she wants to run for councilman. Well, that's great. Okay, now the hardest thing about, I think, running for anything or actually doing anything is getting money. So here's what I was trying to relate to Anna, who wanted to run for city councilman or city council person. Is that it? Why am I losing that? Is this live? Who's live? 1 minute. He shared. Let's see. Why the heck is? No, that's not live yet. Wow. Okay. Why is that not live? Okay. I'm sorry, guys. This is okay. I gotta do it again. From government program. Says Lesko Help. Oh, I gotta know how to spell Lesko. Okay, let's see if this works. It says preview says word, so maybe the real word. Okay, looks like we're there. Now I'm not going to touch that. I'm not going to touch that. Okay, Anna, yes, it's the city of Anaheim. Okay, so Anna's going to run for the city of Anaheim for councilman. Now, here's what I thought. It went off again. Damn. Well, that's not fair. I'm going to take that off, do something else, and use a different camera. I keep going on and off. Done. Okay. We're going to try another thing. Okay. Let's see if this will work for us. I'm sorry, guys. I got a how. Gov't program. Okay, let's see if this goes. I wasn't using the camera on the computer. I was using, I had another camera hooked up to it. So now it looks like it, and that was going up. Okay, so Anna wants to run for council. Okay, well, here's what went through my head, and I shared this with her today, is that, okay, now you need money to be a councilman. How are you going to get money? Okay, maybe I assume, and maybe I'm wrong, Anna, that you haven't run for office before or have a campaign that is loaded with dough so you don't have to worry about that and know how to raise money. So if you do, then that's different. But here, if you don't, I thought, or maybe in addition to, here's a way. You start a crowdfunding campaign. Okay, crowdfunding campaign to me is notoriety, getting people to know about it. Because if you don't have a big list or anything, nobody's going to contribute to your campaign. So you got to get people to know about your crowdfunding campaign. Okay, so you're running for office. Okay, so I see it as a twofer. That you start a crowdfunding campaign. I'm running for office. Donate to my campaign as a crowdfunding campaign, but I'm going to use all the donation money to do something for the community, like build a playground, start an after-school thing, give a raise to the teachers, or whatever that is sort of something in your neighborhood that should have been done by government but isn't. So you're showing, hey, people want to have a better, community. And they're willing to pay for it, but not through the traditional way. So Anna now can do this as through a crowdfunding campaign. So even if she loses the election, she could raise $10,000 or whatever it is and do something good for the community with this instead of buying TV ads or whatever. And this will probably get her more TV time because she's doing it in such a weird way, right? It's the weird that gets this is why I found out early in my career of selling books on TV and something like that. If you act crazy or you're doing something weird, man, the camera goes to you. And there's so much media. So why pay for media when you could get it for free? Okay. So Anna could go out and really be doing something great for the community that needs. We're going to give all the kindergarten teachers a raise, $1,000 bonus, or maybe just what teachers need are money to pay supplies. So many teachers pay for supplies out of their pocket. Okay, now actually there's even crowdfunding sites that pay for teachers to buy supplies. So you could hook up with one of these crowdfunding sites because they're already there. Now you're having, for all the public school teachers or maybe kindergarten teachers or pick a class are going to get, are going to split as much money as we could get for them to buy supplies because, God damn it, we're not giving enough money for school teachers. Okay. So now, because you're running for as an elected official, you get, the media will talk to you. Okay, what's this candidate doing? Are these raising money now? They have to cover the election, right? So now you got their attention and you got something cool going on and you're trying to help the community. And God damn it, you may even get elected because it's something. What's a vote for all the same old, right? So now you're not the same old. How does that sound, Anna? I'm waiting for Anna. Anna's a club member. Now I'm on a bunch of streams. I mean, I have a separate time. I just do club members, and we have a Zoom meeting like that. And then plus in the club, what's special about it to me is that, and what I do every day is that you ask me a question, I give you a source. Like people here asking, okay, what about Brooklyn? What about Michigan? What about everything? Well, it's different everywhere. And so I send you the link so you don't have to search through Google or whatever, and that's what my dream was to have. I always have something that's very, just very reasonable. It's $20 a month. I mean, people in my kind of business love charging $500 or $1,000 and all this kind of stuff. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the $20 guy. I need money to keep going so I can keep doing this, But I don't want to, everybody wants to do business with me. Oh, you could charge a lot more. I don't care. I don't want to be that person. Airbnb is another new way to raise funds for mutual real estate. Yes, yes. There's so many. And actually, about Airbnb, what's cool about that? It's the adventures. They have, in most of the cities now, what they have, you could have, say, maybe you love beer. Yeah. And what you do, you just love going to bars that have great beer. See, what you could do now, you could start a business taking people to the best bars for beer that come into town and use Airbnb for that, okay? So you can make a couple $100 a night just taking 3 or 4 people around to the best beer halls, in your city. And it costs you nothing to do that. You just need a way to transport them or whatever. Airbnb does all the marketing, gets paid, they take a little bit of piece of the money and that's it. And you're in business, just like that, with no money, no nothing, whatever. See, that's what's neat about the what's going on in the world nowadays, and that's what's neat about the internet, and that's what's neat about platforms and everything. It's just making it easier to make a lot of money. Well, forget about being a millionaire for now. I mean, that may or may not happen. That's good. But most of us just want to pay for our living expenses, and have fun doing it. And that's what that allows you to do, And you could build it into whatever you can. Okay, I live in Illinois, and I also have a question for the roll ice cream stuff. You had a honey ice cream thing grant, and also I'm also a member. Chris, I forget. I sort of remember something about that ice cream. Yeah. What was it? Oh, yes. That was in. Yes. Okay. Ask me that question. I'll try to dig it up. I think it was in a. I was doing a. It was for it was for entrepreneurs. It was money, Chris. So that's perfect. Okay, I heard about this. Where can I find it? Okay, particularly if it's for me or if it's not, I'll send you the kinds of sources that may be able to find that. See, the whole thing too, it's a treasure hunt. You have to read it. I may or may not hand you the perfect website. I don't know. But I know for sure you'll never find it in Google, okay? So I'm getting you closer than you'll ever be to anything you want. Tax sale auctions are coming up in May. Any free money? Yes. Actually, what it is, now here it is, the title of the the talk today, or whatever we call this stuff, the seminar, is all about. I tried to order one of your custom reports a month ago for a home loan grant. Your website couldn't process my order. Oh, that's terrible. And gave me the money back. Oh, that's terrible, Mike. I'm a terrible business. I got an MBA, man. I can't even take a sale. That's terrible. Mike. Okay, here, for let me write this in here, Mike. I have no idea. But, I'm a one-man band, more or less, so I admit most of my stuff is screwed up. So just real, let's see, REALESTATE. Okay, so www.free.lesko.com/real estate. Okay, that should do it. Okay, and if you have problems with that, now why didn't that go? It didn't go on there. Lesko.com/real. Come on. Why isn't that going? Oh, I see. Maybe it does, and I'm not seeing it. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. There it is. Okay. And here's my email. Is that Bruce? Who is it? I didn't get that thing. Here's my email. Lesko Free Radio, LESKOFREERADIO @gmail.com. LESKOFREERADIO @gmail.com. That's how, if that screws up again, I'll drive out there and get the cash and deliver that thing for free. If I don't want to do that. Brian, I see getting a house for $100,000. How do I get the Orlando, Florida? Okay, this is the house for $1,000. Okay, this is in Brooklyn. They are converting old city water towers into bars for public use. That's great. Yeah, but okay, the house for $1,000. This is what's called the land bank. And I kept running into these a lot now. A lot of cities, a lot of counties, a lot of states have something called a land bank. Okay. And this is, it's like a nonprofit that handles money and that handles real estate that is left to the government. So it's bargain stuff. The land bank, then they either sell it to you at bargain prices, or they fix it up and try to sell it to you for people who can't normally afford a house. So it's a bargain thing for money. And the way it's a bargain for sure is that .coms are not involved. If people are involved to make money, then you're not going to get a bargain, because they're going to get the highest amount of money they could pay for it. Now, a .org or a .gov, that doesn't come into their equation. When they're pricing something, they're not worried about how much money they're making. They're worrying about solving a problem. And that's what it is. We have housing issues in this country. If we left it up to all the for-profit people, that'd leave a lot of people out of the game, right? So this is what government and nonprofit organizations do. So this is another source of money and bargains for real estate, is called land bank. So down in Florida, that's just one of the many places to check. See if the areas down there have land banks, whether you're Orlando or Miami or whatever. That's one source. See, the custom reports I do for real estate, I show you 100 and some programs, for any city in this country. There are all kinds of things, whether even going on their special crowdfunding sites, even just for real estate. By the way, you see this jacket back here? That's the next giveaway. That's next month. So if you go to www.free.lesko.com/store, www.free.lesko.com/store, and download the free report you get about how to use Google and never buy anything. Only find free money websites on Google. And then I raffle off all those emails, and somebody gets a free suit and a question mark cape to go with it. Now, wouldn't you love a red question mark cape to go with it? Actually, I'm slowly moving, I think, in that hearts. I read that award again, I think last time we did this. And this morning I was online with the club members a little bit. And I have a red heart suit instead of question mark. It's heart. This is what I think is important in life, is your heart. We're worried about the wrong thing in life, and really, to make more money, I think you have to do things with your heart. Okay, Neverland drop for $31 million. I'm not sure what to mean. Alien, how are you? Nonprofit funding help? Yes. How do I contact you, Johnny? There's a couple of ways. You go to free.lesko.com/store, free.lesko.com/store. Let me write that in here. Everything is there. There's two main, I think that, if you really want to talk or go help you think through stuff, it is leskotalk.com. That's leskotalk.com. And then leskohelp.com. That's the daily thing. That's $20 only, and I'll help you all day long there. Keep sending you sources or whatever. There's a lot of training that goes on there. Anna, I was helping her, with her campaign on fundraising even. I didn't even know I know this stuff. See, that's what's so neat. I love doing it. You show me what I know. I don't even know I know that stuff until somebody asks. How do we find land banks in our area? Yeah, Alvin, that takes, a start. Okay, here's the start. First of all, you only look at websites that are .org or .gov. Don't look at any other website. If it's a .com, forget it. You look at websites .org or .gov, and you Google, land banks, Florida, land banks, whatever. Start fishing around. And then you want to know, then what to do is every state, I think there's two things I would do. It is one, go to your local HUD counseling office, hud.gov, and put in counseling on the HUD site, and you'll see there's thousands of HUD counseling offices all over. Call one of the local ones about that and see what they have. They should know. Everybody doesn't know everything, so you can't, if they say no, they don't, that may or may not be right. Okay, the other place you go is City of a housing finance agency, and start there. If that doesn't work, call your elected official. Have them go. If that doesn't work, Call your research librarian, And we forget these librarians are terrific because they'll find it. They love finding stuff like that, like I do. I get paid and they don't. So they're not going to charge you. Where can I get a house for $1 in San Antonio, Texas? Right now, you could go HUD Homes $1. HUD Homes $1. HUD has a website for that, already. So that's a place to look for those. Don't go to real estate agents. For real estate agents are where you go last, because you want to know about all the stuff that's available, that you don't have to pay for. See, the real estate agents don't make anything on this thing because it's only $1. What are they going to get? 50%? So they get 50 cents. Big deal. You're the best. Lesko. Remember you from the commercial. It was great. Yeah, Johnny, they were good too. Actually, they were profitable. I'm having more fun now, to tell you the truth. I'm closer to what people's problems are. I'm helping them more individually, and that's fun. To see, the actual work that people do. Like the guy called up, and he's the one who told me, because he was a member and I was helping him, help people, whatever. And they say, hey, I got to, when I was selling millions of books, I'd get that once in a while, but not as personal as this. And glad to see you're still looking great. Well, that's nice to hear. And I'm sure that's relative. Do you have the website for San Antonio, Texas to get house for $1? I think I just said how to get that. Maybe you have to do some work in this. I mean, yeah, I could get it for you if you remember. I could link it to you, but I might answer every question. The thing is that if you could find it yourself, you can't be helpless. Okay. And if you want to do it for free, you're going to have to do it. And even when I send you stuff, it's still going to take work. You may or may not get what you need, even the links that I know they do this, because you may or not make up. In other words, the best thing I could do is show you where the pretty people hang out to ask for a date. I can't guarantee they're going to date you. Yeah, that's up to you and them. I'm going to sign up now to talk. Oh, thank you, Johnny. Yeah, and that's what I'm really surprised. I never did that before. I used to give advice all the time, and now that I worry about charging it. And look at that. I got 100, 150 reviews of people that I've helped just on the phone. And it takes me about 15, 20, 30 minutes at the most, to get them going. Then I send links out of stuff I talked about that I think are the best places, to solve your problem. And this, I mean, I believe it'll solve you tens of hours, days worth of hours searching Google, because I did that all for the last 40 years. That's all I do. 20 is well worth it, John. I think so. And I want to try to stay there and only charge that, because I know a lot of people, I think people could only afford 20 of the people I really want to help. So I want to try to figure out, supply and demand. That's what, my MBA and all my business school taught me. You price what the price could bear, and that's what all capitalism is about. But I don't believe that anymore. How much more stuff do I need? Do I need more question mark suits? Look, I'm giving some away. I got too many. But I want to be self-sustaining. I don't want to do stuff that I only think is cool. I want to know that it helps other people, and people do that by they're willing to pay money for it. That's what's so neat about capitalism. Those commercials were part of the reason why I got into advertising. Alvin, Alvin, you doing any Facebook advertising? I may expand on that, so let me know. Okay, I think maybe we talked about that once before. Let me know. So, you know what? The stuff I was reading today, I still read papers. I don't know why. I'm just an old guy. Hard to teach me new tricks sometimes. Borrowers beware. Matt, you're such a delightful and soldier of God and your fellow man. Keep up the great work. You're such a blessing to us all. Well, see, now what could be better than that, to hearing about that? And that's why I want to try to help other people find what they can give in life, so they could hear things like that from your work, and because if you feel that your work is important, man, that makes the day worthwhile. That's why most of us have jobs that nobody seems to care we're there most of the time. And that's sort of empty, but we need it to live on. So now the magic is, how can you give something that you think is a value, that somebody else thinks is a value, and you're able to support yourself. I can get a house for $1, maybe. I mean, everything I say is a maybe. I can't guarantee anything. All I know is tens of thousands of houses are given out every year. So maybe. Do you have the website for San Antonio? Boy, you keep asking that. I told you, go to HUD, and within HUD.gov, go to HUD.gov and put homes, HOMES, and then the $1, a dollar sign and one. But do it in the HUD website, HUD, HUD.gov. You'll find it there. Since 1994, I've been an admirer. I've gotten a SEC deposit and a first month's rent on my new place. Wonderful. So you got a SEC deposit, SEC deposit, and first month's rent on my new place. Wow. So you got a deposit and a month's rent from government money. See, that's it. Got to know about it to ask for it. That's why we're the question mark suit. You got to know the questions to ask. Yeah. Just like for San Antonio, how do you get a house for $1? Got to know that is there. And then how to use Google to do it. See, that's what this report is, this free download. If you go to www.free.lesko.com/store, get the download. Your name goes in the raffle to get a free question mark suit and a question mark cape. And security deposit. Thank you. And what was I going to say? And teaches you how to use Google. See, that's what I think we all need to do, is learn how to use Google and learn the downsides of Google. Join his group and he'll tell you it's well worth the price. Thank you, Alvin. Are you doing marketing, Alvin? What kind of marketing are you doing? Anna, are you still there? What kind of marketing do you do? I still have the first book. It really taught me to really drill down into researches that just go to waste. Yes, absolutely. And that's what all of life is about. And it's about kicking over stones, rocks, and looking under these things and seeing how you could make it work for you. They're not there. All these programs are not for you, Charlie, to make $1 million. That there's no program with that name on it. The program is to do something else, and you have to figure out, how can I use that to get my money? Here, let me some of the things in the news that's sort of interesting. Be careful, because you could now go into debt a lot easier. The Consumer Financial Protection Board said recently that it planned to eliminate the Obama-era rules that protect consumers from taking on big loans that they can't handle. See, for these, under the proposal, lenders would be able to grant high-interest payday loans, short-term loans intended to tide people over till the next paycheck, without making sure consumers can actually pay them. And those lenders would be allowed to do so repeatedly, contributing to a cycle where borrowers spend into ballooning debt. The agency said its policy would give people more access to credit. Yes, and debt. But critics say it will help predatory lenders. Well, I guess there's an argument on both sides. But to me, it's, a bank wouldn't give you that money because, they know you can't pay it, and they don't want to charge an arm and leg. So these people are like, the mafia. They charge out outrageous fees and no, you can't pay it, but they're still making a hell of a lot of money, right? And you go in debt and have to go bankrupt. So be careful there. Here's anything, working class. This is interesting. Some data about who's working and who's not. Okay, the economy now has 20% of the prime age American men are still not working full time. 20% of the prime age American men are still not working full time. Hear that? 20%. Okay, you see the, and it's funny. Donald Trump said this in the campaign, that he said 20% unemployment rate, and everybody said he was crazy. It's only 3-4%. But some things he gets right. And this was one of them, because it's a certain segment of the population. So the overall unemployment rate is like 3%, 4%, 5% the most. but 20% unemployment rate and full-time unemployment rate of men of prime working age. So 20% of those men are not working full-time. Okay. In this still country in which 37% of adults expect children to be better off financially than they are. See, that's, I think, the biggest problem in our country. We expect our children to be better off than we are, but it's not happening anymore. You know, I mean, a 30-year-old today is making like 20, 25%, the average person, 30 years old, than when I was 30 years old. This is just a reality. And this is why people are pissed, they're hurt, they see their children not doing as well. And it's going to change, I guess. Who knows, or will change, right? Judge says loan forgiveness changes are arbitrary. This is why laws are important, because the laws just said that a federal district judge ruled Friday in favor of 3 borrowers, people who owed money, who borrowed money from the Education Department for changing an unemployment requirement for public service forgiveness, the program that cancels federal student debt after 10 years of on-time payments for people who take public sector jobs. Yeah, all of a sudden somebody said, oh no, we're not doing that. And people bought into that 10 years ago. And they say, no, we're not going to do that. I don't know how you do that. You know, I mean, that's a shitty place to live if people change the rules on you and don't even tell you ahead of time, you know, whatever. So a judge said, no, can't do that. People stretch anything. A very scary statistic. Yes, it is. Poor states like New Mexico have that problem. Yes, John. Spikes in violence. Yes, that happens. Many lost that benefit. Yep. What about getting a loan from the government, $20,000? It depends on what for, you know, and even if you know, what do you need a loan for? I mean, any kind of loan is terrible to me, unless it's really for investing something that's going to be future, like a home loan. Well, it's a place to live. If you're for real estate investing, that's gambling. Can you gamble? Oh, okay, if you want to. I mean, I can't judge anybody like that. And I don't know. I do my own life. Have you ever done a report on Massachusetts? Yes, I have a report for every state in the country. And what I did for 2 years, it took me, I went to every state and found like 400 programs that are available in that state and how to apply to them. I mean, nobody's done that in the world. You know, no one's ever. It was my dream. I've been doing this kind of work for 40 years, and that was my dream of finally doing that. And I finally have it. You could download the report right now for your state. Yeah, and it's about 500 pages. There's about 50 videos in there explaining all these programs and what to do. And have you ever done a report on Massachusetts yet? If you buy your course, can I use it for my assistant? I'm not sure what core. I mean, any product that you download, use that any way you want. If you a member of Lesko Help, yeah, I want to help people. I mean, so you're a member and you use it for other, what the hell? You know, I mean, unless you're abusing the hell out of me, you'll have to worry about that yourself, because I'm not going to catch you. A government grant for 2 home, lots of money. I mean, the government, that's one of the things. There's so many programs. And if you join Lesko Help, I give you a course for free on how to find all the programs where you live. If you want me to do it, it costs like $50, $60 to do it. But you can do it yourself and start learning that. And that's what the course is for. For any money for laundromat business. Yes, any kind of business. Doesn't matter what kind of business you are. And that's equipment and retail. I mean, traditional, particularly in the government. To me, what I'd be doing is looking to wash things for the government. That was a laundromat. So I would be going around the government. What do you got I could wash? And you use Uber, pick it up, bring it off, wash it, and send it back to them. You know, I follow you all the time, Ross. Oh, thank you, Don. Any money for a laundromat? Yes. Where can I download that list? I'm not sure what list you say. Oh, I see. If you go to lesko.com/one-stop, lesko.com/one-stop is where the state lists are. So www.3.lesco.com/one-stop. Okay, down right there. You could download them all right there, Windy City, or no, what was that? 76 trombones thing, whatever that is. Is there a guarantee on your course? No. Yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit. You want your money back? I just give you your money back. I can't guarantee anything. Yeah, I just guarantee these are real programs I'm talking about. Whether you get them or not, whether you get the money back, I have no control over that. I'm sorry. I can't guarantee that. But if you're pissed, you thought I oversold, I'll give you your money back. You can do that 10 years from now. I'll be still here. And I'll refund your money. I have a better business bureau record than Bill Gates or anybody in America that have zero unsatisfied complaints. If you complain, I just give you your money back. I don't care. Yeah. And what people do, everybody on the internet has some things you sign. And I don't have any things you sign. You think I'm pissed? Fine. Yeah, I screwed you. Fine. Here's the money. And so people complain, yes, but not about I screwed them, because I'll give you your money back. I mean, I don't know in people's heads when they buy, and of course I will, try to make it sound great, right? I'm not going to say, but actually I do. A lot of times. See, I've told you how many times I say it's going to take a lot of work already. How many times I say I can't guarantee you're going to get the money, all those things. So all I can do is, these are real programs. That's my only guarantee. Yeah. I hear no sound. You don't. Nobody else complains, Sandy. I don't know. Everybody else hear sound? Anybody else not hear sound? Do I hear that? I seen getting a house for $1,000. Do I get that from Orlando, Florida? I know that program at $1,000, Brian, that I'm mentioning here. That was really from a Michigan land program, a land bank program. I don't know what's in Orlando area. Maybe something similar, but there are dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of housing programs that are federal, state, local, county, and nonprofit organizations, in Orlando and everywhere else. Refresh Sandy. Sandy is a little fresh, maybe. That's why. Where can I get a laptop for $30? Oh, I had that somewhere in a video, and that was... I forget. Well, actually, you don't need much technology, but most stuff is online, and you could have a computer 10 years old and still get online. So you don't need just go and eBay, probably, right? Slightly damaged. A lot of places, but there are nonprofits that give them away for free. So what I would do, if you're looking for something really cheap, alien, go to 311.org, 311.org, and see, that's a database of nonprofits in your area. So see who gives away computers. Nonprofits. I want a house. Good. Now, how are you going to pay for it? You have no money, a little money, whatever. I own a house. What kind of loan should I look into to get some cash to invest? Well, it depends on what you want to invest in. I don't know if you want to really do that. You want to invest in real estate or whatever. You have to know a business before you invest in it. So if you're just going to get a bunch of money and go out and say, I'm going to be a real estate investor, I don't think that's wise. I think what's wise is you go to Meetup, meetup.com, meetup.com, and you put real estate and then your city. And you'll see there's 100, probably depending on the city, maybe 20 to 100 different real estate meetup groups. Real estate meetup groups are people who talk about investing in real estate and don't charge you any money. If you Google, I want to invest in real estate, you're going to find people who want to teach you how to invest in real estate, and they're going to charge you a lot of money. Now, that's silly to me when you could get it free. So go to a couple meetup groups on real estate, find out about the process for free, how people do it, what it is, or whatever. Just don't get a bunch of money and go invest in real estate. I think that's the worst thing to do. I mean, I can't say it's the worst because I really don't know, and maybe it's good for you, and I'm a fool. That's a possibility too. But my heart says, that is not wise. Only 6% of loan to value. The banks are not trying to give me, but 60% of the. Well, it depends on what banks. Now you have to find alternative banks, and there are alternative banks. There's peer-to-peer loan banks. There's community banks. There are other kinds. You go in the big three banks, then you're going to hear the same song and dance everywhere else. Johnny, I mean, if you want to know about the real estate business in where you live, then that's it. You go to HUD Counselor, HUD.gov, and put counselor, and then find, and they're free appointments. So you're going to want to buy a house, and you sign up free, and they'll tell you about what they know about buying a house in your area. Then you go to the meetup.com, and you go to a real estate meetup and learn all the stuff where people are getting the cheap money and whatever it is. But just don't use Google. See, that's the problem. Use Google. You have to use people, more than just Google. Anna, you come back. No one that's ever bought his course or his book has complained that the programs aren't real. The only complaints that everyone has is that the government wouldn't give them the money. Lots of luck. Yeah, it depends. Right, probably. That's what it is. I know a lot of women who said no to me when I asked them for a date, right? That's what life is about. Getting no's. It's not about getting yes. It's about getting enough no's till you find out to get a yes. Best kind of loan considering I own. I don't know. I mean, the best kind of loan depends on too many factors that nobody knows about you except you. Yeah, I'm into real estate already. I just need more money. The banks are saying I cannot borrow anymore. Okay, well then take a wider look at different kind of banks than the ones you're looking at if you want to do that. The other thing is the real estate investors online and crowdfunding campaigns. You got to look at that. The other thing is that you find government subsidized houses, like here, a $1,000 house, okay? You don't need money for that, right? So all of a sudden you have a lot, and that's from a land bank, a local land bank kind of stuff. It's such a complex society. You have to keep digging. You saying no, yes, you're going to get a lot more no's. But if you don't keep going and trying new places and get new no's, you'll never find a yes. Yeah. And you learn from the no's. If you don't get a lot of, it's like learning to walk. You got to fall on your butt 1,000 times before you learn to walk. That's what it is. Where to house for $1 million? Where to house? Okay, well, then we covered that like the beginning. When I end this, you could watch in the beginning. But actually, the in the title, the $1,000 is really. I was telling you about a member for Lesko Help. He wrote me and said that he just got a home for $1,000 from something called the Michigan Land Bank. Okay, you Google right now Michigan Land Bank. See what that is. Okay, and you'll see it's a government agency that gets rid of property. Oh, Fire Goddess, you like this, right? Yes, but you're in Wisconsin, aren't you, Fire Goddess? Good place to start looking for help to get for fun. Yeah, Michigan Land Bank is good. And HUD has a major listing at HUD.gov for foreclosure. And find the land bank people if there are any in your area. So D-Will. So Michigan Land Bank, go there, and then what you want to do is take that information and see if you find a similar kind of organization where you live, okay? Because they may or may not be where you are. Most likely in Detroit in a crime drug. Well, who knows? I don't know. Do you know? If you want to talk yourself out of anything, I don't like blonde women because they're dumb, and you can live like that. You're not nice to be around if you think everything's terrible. It may be, but you don't know for sure until you look. How could you say that? You're just biased. Whatever. Okay, I'm losing my voice, guys. And so I better sign off and let you all go. Okay, we talked about a couple things. The what was it? www.free.lesco.com/store. That's the main thing. How do I find cheap laptop? We covered that a little while. Call 311 locally. It depends locally. Looking for nonprofits. Cheap is different than free, but there's a lot of nonprofits all over the country that give them to people who can't afford them. eBay for $1. Yeah, that's good. So lesco.com/store, www.free.lesco.com/let's go. Help me, Wanda. Okay. Much love. Thank you. Oh, Kenzo. Cassie. Been there, done that. Got a t-shirt and they don't plan on wearing it. Drink some tea. Let's go. Good night. Not sure what that means. Great. Oh, my throat. Great. Okay. Site not working. What site is not working? Make sure you put www on these. free.lesco.com/store. Okay, that one site should have everything. Free cards, yeah. There are a bunch of programs all over the country. We'll talk about that another day, okay? Or if you want to go to my website and fish around, you'll see. Thanks, Cheryl. Everybody who's there. Gumbar, Dwayne, nice. Alvin. So, Alvin, you still want to do some marketing maybe? I want to know what you do. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm going to be off. Sounded nice.